highlight of the week, I think, which is we got the college football playoffs. We got the rankings finally. Here they are. I'll throw them off the screen for you. If they're hard to read, I do apologize. Tennessee at 1, Ohio State at 2, Georgia 3, Clemson 4, Michigan 5, Bama 6, TCU 7, Oregon 8, UC, I'm only reading the top 10, USC 9, and LSU 10. Barrett, what's wrong with these top 10 rankings? Who would you flop, and where are you moving them?
TCU's undefeated, aren't they?
Yes.
Why not, put TCU above Alabama, but I understand why. That's fine. Oregon's up there. That's crazy. Looking at the entirety of the list, I mean, Tennessee jumping. They jumped Georgia and Ohio State, didn't they?
Yep.
I mean, the win versus Alabama's, hey, that's impressive. So I don't have nothing wrong with it, honestly. Michigan's going to play Ohio State. I mean, this is all going to get very weird. So this is a good first rankings.
Yeah, we have Tennessee, Georgia this weekend.
Exactly. Yep.
Seth, what are your thoughts here on the top 10? Any changes?
Goodness gracious. When you go through here and you look, it's like, who deserves to be that high? I would say Tennessee has the most ranked wins in the SEC, so they belong up there. Ohio State, although they haven't really played anybody other than Penn State, probably belong up there. Georgia, defending national champions, in my opinion, they belong up there, even though they've been battle-tested. Clemson's kind of a fraud in the top 4. I think they should go down. Michigan deserves to be above them. And the Big 12 team right there, huh? Where does TCU actually belong? I mean, you put it to 5. I don't know. Well, I know you got a hard thought about it, so let's hear it.
I like TCU at number 5, and if I like Clemson falling down to like 6 or 7, right? I think it should be Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Michigan, and then when that unfolds between Ohio State and Michigan, we'll finally shape it out there. But those are the top 4 best teams in college football right now. And then you go Bama, TCU, Clemson, if not go TCU over Bama right now, just because of the win-loss record. But I think if TCU lines up against Bama, Bama's going to give them everything they got. But I believe Clemson needs to fall here. They should not be a top 4 ranked team. You look at their ranked wins and their quality of schedule, right? Wake Forest by 6. Right? Wake Forest was ranked at the time, right? They're no longer. They're still 22nd now, 21st here. We go down to NC State, who we thought was going to be a top 5 team in college football this year. Turns out not the case. They're sitting at 22. Then you go down to Syracuse, who was highly ranked at that time. They were like a top 10 team. They only beat them by 6. And then you go take a look at TCU, who has quality wins over OU at the time, who was high ranked, Kansas by 7, who made that early push in the college football season, OK State by 3, which was a healthy OK State at the time. Unhealthy OK State, obviously, we see down here at number 18. And then they took down Kansas State by 10. Those are 4 quality wins over Clemson's 3 okay wins. I'm taking TCU to move up ahead of Clemson all day this week. I think if they line up, I'd throw Clemson a spread of like 2.5, but I'm taking TCU to win that game.
See, that doesn't bother me as much as I think the LSU at 10 thing. I mean,
LSU's playing incredible football right now.
Yeah, they're a decent football team, but I think the committee holds Ole Miss in too much high regard. I mean, who has Ole Miss really beat? They got throttled by LSU, and they're right there below them. You know, when Ole Miss plays the big dogs in the SEC, they're going to get throttled, in my opinion. They will not win those games. Sorry, Lane Kiffin. But LSU, they beat Ole Miss. They got throttled by Tennessee at home. They're already a 2-loss team, and here they are sitting at 10. The committee's holding Ole Miss in way too high of a regard, and that's putting them where they're at.
SEC bias, dude. SEC bias.
SEC bias.
LSU,
and then the Dabo bias.
And the
LSU
data,
was-
yeah,
They'll,
for
win,
sure.
they'll lose 4 games this year. Obviously, this is the first ranking series. Like, what clowns? But, I mean, I guess if you're going to go off this, it's an okay list. It's definitely SEC bias, though. We all know 2 SEC teams in the playoffs, regardless of what happens.
Yep. So
Yeah.
for me, Clemson being at 4, I mean, you look at DJ's stats. We're 17 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. If you go take a look at any other quarterback in that top 3 right there, blowing him out of the water. And if you go down to the bottom 3, just absolutely dominating him in the
Okay,
next
wait.
categories.
Speaking of 2 SEC teams, let's just if TCU goes undefeated,
They get
along with Clemson, Ohio State also, only one SEC team can get in then.
Yeah, it's whoever's going to win the SEC championship is going to get in.
Now, and that's the shitty thing, if one of those other non-SEC teams lose, they're pretty much done, unfortunately. So, but yeah, there is that SEC bias for sure.
Yep. TCU has to win out to get in, and there's no guarantee that they get in. But if they win out, take home a Big 12 championship over Kansas State or an OSU, or if Texas finds a way. Texas is only ranked, so Alabama's win over them looks like a quality win. That's the only reason why Texas is ranked.
True.